Hey guys, welcome in. This little video here is going to be the unboxing and setting up of the third printer that we added to our lineup. It's the Anycubic Kobra 3 V2 combo. I do have a referral link in the description below. Anycubic is having a huge anniversary sale, so I'd suggest heading on over there if you guys want to check some printers out, see if you can get one for yourself, and it's going to help me out too, so I do appreciate it. So now that we had the rack set up, we have the space to get this printer unboxed, set up, and calibrated and get it printing. I did get 4 colors of PLA with the order at a cheaper cost. I just picked the special color options, so I'm excited to kind of see what they sent me and get to printing with it. Alright, so let's slice this baby open and get this printer out of the box. So it's looking here like everything was kind of packaged just like the V1. I didn't have anything missing on my last one, so hopefully everything's here with this one. It does look like it's got all the accessories there, the print head. I know this one comes with a camera, but I'm gonna have to print the camera mount for it. And yeah, cool, let's pull all this stuff out. Alright, so this first little packet here kind of comes with your little tools, screws, kind of little everything you need to get this thing put together and maintain it. So we got that good. Of course, we got the manual. Gonna definitely need to look at that, set it up. I'm sure it's gonna be pretty similar to the V1, but look at it anyways. We got the little spool holder. We probably won't be using that. Just probably put that away. We did with the last one too anyways, so didn't really need it. This is definitely the camera. I did buy one separately for my V1, so same exact box, so definitely the camera. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, so right here is our display screen. Looks just like the last one as well on the V1. I do like the display on those. They're pretty easy to read and nice and big. So I like that for sure. And then we got the cables. This cable looks like it hooks up the Ace Pro to the printer, and the power cord. I think the power cord for the printer and the Ace Pro are the same. Alright, and this bad boy, the main event right here, print head. It's supposed to have a upgraded nozzle or something like that on the V2, so I gotta look more into what the upgrades were. I didn't really realize that they had upgraded to a V2, so I'm excited to see if it is a better print quality than the V1. And we got our little kicker here. It's got a magnetic kind of deal to it. It's different than the Bamboo Lab ones, so it kind of makes a good sharp sound when it kicks off the poop. Alright, so I lined everything out here on the table so we can get a good look at it. Yep, simple pieces, looks pretty much just the same as the last one I put together, so should be good to go. And we'll take a look at the manual, make sure we're not missing any extra little bits and pieces or anything new. Alright, so now we got the Ace Pro here. It's probably got all of its PTFE tubes in it. Alright, now to get everything out of the styrofoam, I did pull the bag up out of the box with the unit still in it. And it's just going to make it a little bit easier to pull all the styrofoam pieces away from it and get it out safely so we're not damaging anything. Alright, now we're finally getting to the good parts here. This totally feels like opening up a Christmas present. Alright, we got the Ace Pro here. Looks pretty much to be the same as the last one I got. All wrapped up and nice. Now we just got to pull this printer out and then we can get to business. So here's the V2 fresh out of the box sitting on the table here. I'm noticing a few slight differences, but all in all really pretty much the same. You do got to cut these big old hefty zip ties off and get all these little styrofoam blocks out of the underneath the print bed and everything. So we'll get that taken care of and then we can kind of start hooking stuff up together and getting ready to set her in place. I have no idea why I keep calling it styrofoam. I think it's just foam. I don't know. It's definitely not the stuff that breaks apart and gets everywhere. So that's good. Now that we've kind of gotten everything, all the zip ties clipped off, all the foam taken out, we have this print head cable here that we can connect up. One of the cords, the Type-C cord, goes into the print head, the other one goes into the chassis. So this kind of communicates the movements and everything that needs to be made, and gets the power to the devices as well. So the Type-C again goes to the print head, so we'll do that one first. Okay, so we just got to grab our print head cable screws from the bag. That's nicely labeled, no confusion there. And we'll grab the tool it specifies in the manual. Alright, so we just want to make sure we're getting it plugged into the right spot here. Get it lined up and plugged in before we attach any of the screws to it. And yeah, make sure we're not damaging it as we plug it in. That looks good. Alright, so now we can get our screw out of here and get one of these put in. Looks like there's going to be one on each side here. So we'll get this first one screwed in. And then we'll go to the other side and get this one screwed in here. And you just want to make sure that it's snug so that nothing can just kind of pull that cable out. So that looks good. Okay, now that the cable is all connected, we can get this mounted up onto the chassis here. It just kind of fits into this V plate right here, and then the white markers on those screw holes, that's what you want to be screwing your print head screws into to make sure that's mounted correctly. Alright, so we'll grab our tool specified in the manual and we'll get this screwed in here. Alright, next up we'll take care of the display screen here and get this plugged in. This is where the cable that's on the machine will plug into the back of it. And of course we've got our screws and we've got a tool. So we can get these plugged in here and screwed into the unit so that it doesn't move on us. So you can see the two screw holes here where we're going to be mounting this into. So you just kind of want to make sure that those get lined up there. And then we can insert a screw. I just kind of hand tighten it in a little bit just to get it in there lined up good. And then we can finish tighten it down with the tool here. Alright, and we'll just put this other second one in here too now and get that tightened in and screwed down. So then we just got to plug in this cable here into the back. Just get it nice and snug and it should be good. Now the display does have an adjustment screw, so you can kind of get it at the right pivot angle that you want. So you just use your little wrench here and you can screw it down or tighten down the nut there, and then it'll kind of lock it into place once you get it tight to where you want it to. Alright, so now we can get this other end of the cable here attached to the chassis, and we'll kind of show you where that goes here. And it should just kind of click into place there, so once you feel that click in, you should be good. So far we have our print cable connected to both the chassis and the print head, so now we can move on to the next step. Now we have to slide in the guide for the PTFE tubes, and there's a little notch here on the chassis that we can just kind of slide it into. It goes in pretty snug. So the small notch on the back of the adapter there, you slide in your print cable, just kind of locks in there. Not too bad. Now we can move on to installing the purge wiper here. And again, it's going to have a guided screw hole with the white circle around it. It's going to show us. It does have a little notch there where a little pin kind of plugs into as well. Helps kind of guide you and hold it in place. So we can grab our screws and we'll grab our tool and we'll get this thing attached to the machine as well. For the purge wiper, you're going to see that you're going to get two different lengths of screws. So be sure to check your manual and it'll tell you which one to use for which part. So we're going to start off with this shorter one and we'll get this backside screwed in first. The second longer screw now is actually going to go up underneath, and I'll show you here where it goes, and we'll just get that screwed in there as well. So we got all the printer parts attached except for the camera. Of course, I still need to print the camera mount. So we'll go ahead and get this put in place where it's going to live and print and be awesome for us. So we have our third printer finally in place, and I went ahead and had this table here on the left side of the rack. So I wanted to put our Ace Pro there, and run the PTFE tubes over from there. But this should be our setup for now, for a little while anyways, until we get another printer, of course. And then we'll just be expanding, but this is kind of what we're gonna go into the holiday season with. Alright, so we can grab our cable now that's gonna hook up our Ace Pro to our printer. And you'll see on the back of the Ace Pro there's gonna be a 4-pin slot and a 6-pin slot. Your machine, the printer side, is gonna have a 4-pin slot. And the cable itself is gonna have a 4-pin and a 6-pin on each end. So just be sure you know which one you're using. You're going to want to put the 6 pins into the machine, or into the Ace Pro, I'm sorry, and then get the 4-pin plugged into the printer. And the port on the 3D printer is going to be just in the front there, right next to the USB ports as well. And you can just clip that in, and now it's all connected together. So our final step is here, and we just need to get the Ace Pro here all lined out with its PTFE tubes. Get this plastic off here and get it undressed. And the PTFE tubes always come inside here, so we'll get those out of the bag, and then we'll be plugging that into the back of the Ace Pro. Then we'll be sliding those through the guide that we put onto the chassis, and then they'll just go ahead and plug into the print head up top. So we'll get going on that. So you just got to push the tube down into the print head top here, and it pushes in pretty easily. And then we're going to guide it through the guide here. So you do want to leave a little bit of slack in the line up top. So I just kind of matched the cable there. And then you just kind of push it into the grooves. There's 4 grooves there, so just push it into one of them. And then it'll be ready to plug back into the back of the Ace Pro. There's going to be 4 ports on the back of the Ace Pro. It does not matter which port goes to which slot in the print head, so don't worry about that. But you are going to have to pull off these little blue clips to release the port, open it up, and then you'll be able to push your tube in there and then put the blue clips back on. They are a little tricky, so just be careful not to break any, and good luck. So now we just got to repeat the process for the rest of the PTFE tubes. But as we're doing this, I want to go ahead and just give a shout out to all the new subscribers, all the people that have commented. Everybody's been very, very nice and very kind. I just am very thankful to be able to be a part of this community and how welcoming everybody's been. So I hope you guys enjoy and want to follow along for more, because we're taking this as far as it can go, and I'm happy to have you guys along. Thanks. So now with all of the tubes plugged in to the Ace Pro here, we just gotta get these clips back on there to lock them in place, and then it should be ready to start calibrating. Yeah, I'm really liking the way that this new setup is looking. We just gotta plug in the power, and that should be all. But yep, taking a step back, admiring my work here and my progress, and feeling pretty good about it. Alright, now let's power these on for the first time. Power switch for the Ace Pro is on the back left side on the bottom. And gotta get this all connected to the network, and probably, I imagine there's an update for it, and we'll get this calibrated. The printer will come with a USB stick, and that'll have a couple models on there to print right away. So I got that plugged in there. And yeah, we're just gonna get these, let these calibrate, let these settle into their new homes. Alright, so we just have the cameras left. Here's the one I ordered for my V1 a while back. And then the same ones in the box here that came with the V2. So we're probably just gonna go ahead and get some of these 2 mounts printed. I'm going to use some PETG for that, and I'll probably just print it out on my A1 Mini. It's already got it loaded up on there, so we'll do that. And I think in the next vlog here, you'll probably see us get these first prints going on this new printer and see how we're rolling. Thanks for watching.